7 of the biggest problems if you're thinking about a Model Y, some concrete things that you want to know that'll help you make your decision. Also good if you're a current or prospective Tesla owner. So let's get into these big 7 problems. So you're gonna get the best of both worlds. I own a Model 3 and my brother owns a Tesla Model Y Performance. And we got together and I talked to him and I said, what are some of the biggest problems that you would share? And then I can relate it also to my experience in the Model 3, but we're going to dial into the Model Y. The first problem is this. Point number 1 has everything to do with updated and new wait times. How long at this point are you willing to wait for your Tesla? And here's what the answer is. Something that I haven't done in a while. Let's go and see where the current wait times are, and I'm going to tell you for each Model Y, is this a good wait time or is this a long wait time? How long are you willing to wait? Let's talk about the top spec Model Y, the Model Y Performance. Is this a currently good wait time or is it a long wait time? So currently the Model Y Performance, you're gonna wait about the same month as you place the order. You could literally order one right now and take delivery near you based on these current wait times of the time of making this video of the same month, or it could be up to 1 month. I'll tell you right now, as far as Tesla standards go, that is really, really good. But the problem is the long range. The hardest part of owning a Tesla, I'll say it time and time again, is the wait time, where typically you may be used to going to a dealership and picking up a car the same day. Well, are you willing to wait currently 120 days or up to 4 months for your long range Model Y? So is this a long wait as far as Tesla standards go? This is pretty much the normal wait. It could be about a month and a half. It says April, we're about mid-March. And at any point, no matter when you're watching this video, a month and a half to a few months is relatively normal. But if you don't want to wait 4 months currently, then you're going to be out of luck unless you get the Performance model. But here is the big missing item. Brings us into point number 2, the Model Y standard range. Well, as far as wait times go, let's talk about the standard range because you can't even order it yet on the website. You are only limited to current inventory. The big problem is you're limited to which standard range Model Y if you want the most affordable Model Y. This is said to have the new 4680 battery, but currently some of these prices are near what you're going to pay for the long range, and you can't even customize it. Again, it's not available at the time of making this video on the Tesla website. You must only purchase from current inventory. So you can't even custom order your own standard range, and time's ticking, especially for that EV tax credit, which leads us into point number 3, a big problem, a really big problem if you're considering the Model Y. So I just saw this on the Tesla website. If you're not following along, the IRS is set to change the EV tax credit, which gives you up to $7,500 for your 2023 taxes of an EV purchase, but just changed on the Tesla website, or at least the first time I'm noticing it, and now says the $7,500 credit is in effect for deliveries taken before an update. This is really important. Listen, before an update, which is slated no later than the end of this month. So what if the EV tax credit changes and the Model Y is no longer qualified? Now, currently for deliveries through March, it does say every single Model Y qualifies up to $80,000 MSRP. That's currently how it is. But previously, the Model Y did not qualify for that $80,000 cap unless you bought one and added the 7-seater configuration. At this time, with a price of $4,000 to add the 7-seater Model Y configuration, just to add on $4,000 to get a $7,500 tax credit, hopefully they don't change this, but if they do by the end of this month, that's a big problem. This one is a really big one. I would literally hold out my purchase for this alone. And that is the brand new colors out of Giga Berlin were on display at Giga Austin during the latest investor day. And this is why it's a big problem. So you got your standard colors, blue, red, gray, black, and red. But now Giga Berlin has a brand new color featuring the cherry red and the quicksilver gray. So what if you buy your Tesla and then immediately a week or two later, Tesla announces that for the Model Y, now you have two brand new colors and maybe one that you really wanted? Well, do you go ahead and order now with everything going on with the EV tax credit and possible price changes, which we're about to talk about? I have some information there. Or do you just buy right now so that you get your Tesla maybe in March? But then you risk, of course, missing out on these new colors. So that could be a big problem for those of you who really want a new color. I don't want you to miss it. That it's completely up to you, but just know these colors may be coming soon. Point number 5, price increases. Just in February, the Model 3 and Model Y, after massive price decreases, started rising in price in multiple times. Tesla raised prices after that big discount. So when's the next round gonna happen of price increases, or will the Tesla Model Y come down in price? So I would say it's a problem, or you definitely wouldn't be happy if you bought your Model Y and then weeks later, maybe 1 or 2 weeks later, the price decreased by another 20%. Now, will that happen? Well, I want you to hear it straight from Elon.
It's something I should say with respect to demand, which I've said a few times over the years, but it sometimes needs to be said again, which is overwhelmingly there's the desire for people to own a Tesla is extremely high. The limiting factor is their ability to pay for a Tesla, not do they want a Tesla.
So Elon doesn't seem too keen on raising prices, citing affordability as Tesla's biggest obstacle. But make sure to stay tuned either way. If they go up or they go down, you're gonna hear it here. And by the way, if you're unaware, I am trying to do this full time, so please consider subscribing. It really does help the channel so I can bring you even more videos. And if you are a Tesla owner or thinking about a Tesla, consider buying those accessories with the links in the description. It does support the channel and it does help me make more videos. Let's get into the next point. Whenever I bought my Tesla, I had no idea when the next big refresh is gonna happen. I just happened to need a vehicle. I wanted a Tesla, and luckily I got the brand new Model 3 with updates. But what about the Model Y? When is that gonna have its next big update? So you might have heard about this Project Juniper, and I talked about this maybe in 1 or 2 other videos, a refresh to the Model Y. Well, a big problem would be taking delivery and then a day or 2 later, these new Model Ys are rolling out of Tesla with all of these awesome updates. Let's go into this latest. The latest information on Project Juniper is it doesn't sound like it's going to be a big refresh. That's important for you to know. It could be a problem if it does happen sooner than expected, but I want to let you know at least the newest updates. I'm reading this and it says a refresh may happen, but not until October of 2024, and it sounds like it'll be similar to the S and the X, where a lot of the exterior remains the same, but maybe there are some updates to the technology or the interior components of the Model Y. I just wanted to mention that because if you're thinking, well, it's going to be a big problem if I miss out on those refreshes, I want to let you know, at least at this time, it doesn't seem like Project Juniper is going to be a big problem. The wonderful topic of affordability. Let's go over the current prices and break down, can you afford a Model Y, especially when even Elon himself said affordability is the biggest problem. So a big problem is obviously biting off more than you can chew and you can no longer afford it. I'm just going to jump right into it, give you the monthly payment and how much you're going to save driving a Tesla versus paying for gas. Model Y long range, $54,990 at the time of making this video. Let's go to loan. If you put down all the generic items in here as is, you're looking at $917 a month. How much are you gonna save on gas? So I'm gonna show you how much my brother paid in the last 12 months in his Model Y, and then for perspective, my cost of the Model 3. So keep in mind that he drives a lot less than me. He works from home and he has around 7,000 miles, but you can see how many kilowatts per hour he used compared to my usage. I have over 27,000 miles of my Model 3, and you can compare my savings, which is around $2,100 over the past 12 months. So depending on your driving habits, you can factor in $45, which is what he pays a month, all the way to $85, which is what I pay, $70 to $85 a month, depending on my driving habits. So that's how much you're gonna pay on top of that cost to own the vehicle and how much you're gonna save. So obviously affordability is up to you, but a big problem for many is affordability. So I don't want you to make the mistake. I wanted to give you some concrete numbers about how much you can expect to save over the course of a year and how much your monthly charging is gonna be. If you got one thing out of this video, please help me keep doing this and hopefully full time by tapping that subscribe button. And the only way I really know that you're out there watching is to drop a like and consider purchasing your accessories down in the links in the description to support the channel. Again, this is Matt from Frunk to Trunk. We will see you in the next video.